Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Wasfeeya and I'll be sharing some Qur'an memorization advice. Firstly, have a teacher. Some people try to memorize the Qur'an without a teacher, but the Qur'an is of such a nature that you actually can't memorize it without a teacher for various reasons. The most important ones being that you wouldn't be able to correct your own mistakes and you wouldn't be able to perfect your own tajweed. When you're looking for a teacher, make sure that you get somebody with perfect tajweed, somebody with great character, somebody who is strict with regards to back lessons, and somebody who you simply gel with. It's just so important to have a good relationship with your teacher. With regards to memorizing the Quran, my advice would be to memorize the Quran with good tajweed from the get-go. It's just incredibly important. This is the speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the tajweed rules is just part of the preservation of the Quran, the way the Quran was revealed and the way that we have to recite it. I'd also recommend that you actually learn the tajweed theory as well. I just found that I could apply my tajweed so much better once I knew the theory. I actually had memorized 9 ajza of the Quran without knowing what causes a mad, without knowing what I was doing, what causes some letters to be pulled and some letters to not be pulled. Even though I had memorized the Quran with decent tajweed, now that I'm reciting to somebody who has ijaza, meaning somebody who actually has permission to teach the Quran from her teacher, I'm finding that my tajweed actually isn't as amazing as what I thought it was. So save yourself a lot of trouble and a lot of frustration by correcting your tajweed first before you start memorizing the Quran. Also, make sure that you have the correct stopping places. When an ayah is very long and you're not able to hold your breath for the entire ayah, make sure that you get the correct stopping places. Because just having students, I just can see how difficult it is for them when I ask them, where did you get the stopping place from? Like, who said you could stop there? Simply because you don't understand what they're reciting and, it doesn't make sense the way they're stopping. So make sure that you have the correct stopping places, again, to save yourself the frustration afterwards. My last piece of advice would be to make sure that you keep your back lessons solid and that you know your back lessons before you start memorizing new lesson. You wouldn't want to finish your Quran and feel like a phony and feel that you actually don't know your Quran. There are some Hifdh schools who actually let their students take new lesson upon new lesson until they complete, and they say it's a student's responsibility to keep up their back lessons and that they can make lanja afterwards. But they wouldn't be making lanja, meaning they wouldn't be consolidating. They'd essentially have to re-memorize the Quran, and I'm sure you wouldn't want that. So the Quran is really an ultimate example of quality over quantity. I hope that these tips benefit you, and if you'd like more tips to stay on track or tools to keep motivated or even be mentored along your Hifdh journey, please contact me, and all of my contact details can be found on my blog at hafidh.wordpress.com. With best wishes for your Hifdh success. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.